Today, I'm going to show you guys how to make great coffee in a Hario V60. And this is basically all you need. Minus a filter, some water, some coffee. So, as always, you're going to need some coffee. And you're going to need a scale. And something to pour the coffee into to weigh it on the scale. Very quickly, we're going to do 25 gram brew. It's going to be really simple. It's actually faster than the Chemex, but it is a little bit more finicky. We'll get into it. 25.3, okay by me. Water first. Let's get this ground up. Coffee. Now I use a fellow oat grinder. It's super overkill for most people, but it's great consistency for most pour over cases. Some people say it doesn't go quite fine enough. Certainly not for espresso. It's not meant for espresso, but in my case, I really like the results I get out of my oud. We're gonna do 16 today because that's what I standardize all my testings on, which brings us to 400 grams of water. We're gonna add 40 grams to that, so 440 grams of water. That extra 40 grams of water is to pre-wet the filter and get the carafe ready so that there's no temperature shock and the taste profile is what you expect it to be. 440 grams. Went 15 grams over, but I'm gonna go put it on the hot plate now. While we wait for our water to boil, we're gonna go ahead and get a filter ready. Place your V60 on your scale. Get our scale zeroed out and ready for water. One moment. I guess I should mention temperature does make a bit of a difference, especially when you're at kind of a lower volume. 25 grams is single serve, so when you're talking about brewing at 194 degrees like I do, any shift up or down a couple of degrees can make minute changes to a taste profile. 194 degrees to 196 might over extract in some cases. It really depends on the coffee and it depends on your preferences. And some people just have a hard time picking up taste differences. Honestly, it's something that takes practice. Give it another minute or two and we'll be ready to pre-wet our filter, then put the grinds in, and then make coffee. So hold on. Water's ready. Zeroed out. In my case, I went 15 grams over, so we're doing 55 grams of water to burn away, to heat up the carafe, to pre-wet our filter. And we're just about there, 54.6. Take this over to the sink, empty it out. You don't want that interfering with the taste profile, that's for sure. And this you can treat with a little bit of urgency because you need that heat. Put our grounds in, give it a little shake to even out, zero it out at this point and double your weight for the bloom. So 25 grams, 50 grams for the bloom. The bloom is the first pour of water. Stop, wait 30 to 45 seconds, and then continue to pour the rest of your coffee. Looking for 50 grams. Make sure an even distribution of water, and we wait. We're at 50 seconds here. The bloom really is kind of a visual indicator of how much carbon dioxide is left needing to escape. Pouring in concentric circles, nice and even across all the grounds. And I've been following kind of James Hoffman's methods on V60 closely because I've been really trying to get my V60 brews nice and consistent. And I was missing the agitation that he was doing. So I went back, watched it closely, and he did quite a lot of agitation. So I've been working with that. V60 is a faster brew than Chemex. That is to say the water actually drips out faster. So you're gonna notice, especially with a smaller brew size, that your bed is going to lower faster. And you're gonna need to pour, agitate, pour, and agitate. Just making sure that your coffee isn't sticking too much to the filter, bringing it back together so that all the water and all the coffee are mingling evenly. One last pour. Give it a second. And one last jiggle. We're gonna let that finish out. And a single serve brew size should only take 2.5, maybe 3 minutes. And we're probably gonna get right about at 3 minutes. Take this away. You can turn off your scale. This is a washed Peru, about a medium roast. And if I remember correctly, it's mostly just got a earthy, nutty profile. No fruit notes that I was able to really pick up on, not even any citric subtleties. Solid. Stick around, we've got more brew guides coming. AeroPress, Chemex, French press. I'm gonna do all kinds of stuff. So, that was it. V60 Classic. It is a daily workhorse in my house. Once or twice every day I am using the V60. Rarely do I break out anything else because it makes great coffee. That's good stuff.